we're actually here to make, start a new video series. You guys have been following Straight Talks, and you like Straight Talks. We thought about mixing up the content a little bit, spicing it up, and adding, some new features to it. And in these episodes, in this video series, what we're gonna do is basically we're going to cover every single area in Istanbul over the map.
What's the first one we're going to cover?
This one, Bomonti.
Which we happen to, where our office happens to be.
Yeah, our office, our favorite area. This is where you used to live, I used to live.
So it's only natural that's where we start, I guess.
Exactly. Cool. So, we have made a small montage. Let's watch that and we'll be back. Bomonti has a rather fascinating history that represents ethnic and cultural diversity. The area was just an industrial offshoot of today's Shishli district, which was mainly inhabited by Armenians, Greeks, and other minorities. By the end of the 19th century, two brothers from Switzerland, by the names of Grain and Schaffer Bomonti, immigrated to Istanbul with the aim of establishing a beer brewery. Their beers were so successful that at the time it was considered that it tasted much better than the imported ones. Hence, the production increased tenfold after only the first few years. With the success of the brewery, the area flourished, but following the decline of the empire and the ethnic tensions, the area's importance and multicultural DNA was disrupted, and eventually Bomonti was surrounded by shanty homes and more industrial facilities. In the meantime, there was no stopping to the population growth of Istanbul. The city grew so rapidly that what was once an outskirt became a central area. Around 10 years ago, deep-pocketed and ambitious construction companies laid their eyes on Bomonti with an objective to restore the neighborhood's former glory. The neighborhood has come a long way since. It's now a hip and a cool place where you have a micro coffee shop at every corner, youth roaming its streets, an antique bazaar, many world-class restaurants, five-star hotels, and residences. And the beer factory today took its fair share of transformation too. It's now a very atmospheric place where locals go to unwind after work. All right, Cameron. Let's start talking about Bomonti. Okay. The first thing first, location. And location-wise, Bomonti's location is a prime location, isn't it? It's 5 minutes from Taksim Square, 5 minutes from Nishantasi.
You can't get as
Istanbul.
Central. You can't get as
What is your take on how strategically Bomonti is located?
In terms of location, Bomonti is perfect. The main advantage I find, having lived in Bomonti, is access. Because if you look at Shishli, Shishli is a heavily congested area.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the most densely populated
That's correct, yeah.
municipalities of Istanbul, if not the most densely populated. Yeah. It's probably got one of the highest populations as well out of all municipalities. So Bomonti being a part of Shishli, you would naturally expect Bomonti to be very highly populated, very dense traffic, congestion, etc. But Bomonti sort of benefits from being located right on the tunnel.
Yeah.
One side of which takes you in 3 or 4 minutes straight onto Bosphorus, where Dolmabahce Palace is. So from Dolmabahce Palace on the Bosphorus, under 5 minutes in a taxi, you'll be in the heart of Bomonti. But if you go the other way, then you kind of come out of Shishli. The tunnel takes you out of Shishli. You hit Kağıthane, Gendre Avenue, or from the main highway that takes you straight to the new airport.
Yeah.
In around 30 to 40 minutes from Bomonti, you can flow to the new airport. Yeah. So coming in and out of Bomonti is actually quite easy, thanks to the tunnel. So that is a massive, massive benefit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our next section, which is demographics.
Yes.
People.
Yeah.
Okay. Bomonti, unofficially, the population is about 10,000. We estimate it to be about 10,000 because when we look at the neighborhoods that make up Bomonti, the population is around 10, maybe 15, maybe 20. There is no official estimate or official count, but it's somewhere around there, around 10,000.
Well, I think that's understated because if you look at Queen Bomonti Tower,
10,000 people live there.
It has 960 units. at an average of 1.5 person per unit. So one tower alone will give you 1,500 people.
Yeah, but I mean, the rest, when you look at the rest of the neighborhood, you're going to see a lot of people having very little to no kids. You know.
So, okay,
People
let's
don't
say,
have kids, so that's
let's say between 10 to 15,000 people.
exactly
Yeah.
10 to 15,000.
I think that's
All right.
roughly
Let's take a look at the education
Yeah.
status. Okay, we have 53.8% university graduates, 29.9% high school graduates, 10.6% primary school, 10% middle school, 1.6% uneducated. We're looking at an educated population. In
We are, well,
Bomonti.
I mean,
Yeah.
considering that, as far as I know, the university graduation rate in Turkey, the 85 million population of Turkey, is about, what, 20%? Or
Should
maybe
be.
not even?
Yeah.
20%?
Whatever the number is, I'll put it there anyway.
Something like 20%. So if the average sort of university graduate rate is 20% overall in Turkey, then almost 60% or 55% is a very,
It's a good number.
very educated population we have in Bomonti.
Let's look at
Now, is it a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know, but it's probably a good thing.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is.
So Bomonti basically
Educated
homes an
people.
educated lot. Yeah.
Let's take a look at the age distribution now. 25.7% of the people are between 25 to 34. 19.9, almost 20% of the people are between 35 to 44. Almost 15% of the people are between 45 to 54. Another 14% of the people is over 65. 11.8% below 14, and 10% of the people are between 55 to 64, and 9% is between 15 to 24. When we look at this age distribution, we can say that the population in Bomonti is a young population, but with very little children. They're basically what you might call as dinkies.
Dinkies, double
Yeah.
income, no kids.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I mean, that was a phrase used in the real estate market, the demographics analysis in the UK. I don't know if they use it anywhere else. It's called dinky, like dinky. Double income, no kids. Bomonti is a typically dinky area.
Yeah.
When you walk around in the streets, you will see it. It's like you have a lot of young people. It's, I mean, I think the demographics of Bomonti, generally speaking, is young, pretty trendy,
Yeah.
and high earners.
Yeah.
High earners, well above average. Professionals, high earners, and
The
double
age
income, no
distribution.
kids.
Yeah. And the age distribution is about our age. Anyway, marital status. This is interesting. 45.5% married, 36.8% single, 10.9% divorced, 6.8% widowed. When we look at less than half of the population in Bomonti is married. More than half of the population is unmarried.
So basically, the bottom line is Bomonti is home to a young crowd.
Single mothers.
Whether they're married or unmarried,
Yeah.
but generally speaking, no kids.
Basically,
Generally
this is not an area where you're going to have a family of 6, family of 5, husband and wife and 3 kids, husband and wife and 2 kids.
This is not an area where you have
Yeah.
extended families living under one roof.
Anyway, that being said, let's move on to our next subject, next
is?
section, prices.
Prices,
All right. Now, okay, this is very interesting, and I want you guys to focus here. Okay, this is very important. According to the local market, the average price per square meter in Bomonti is $2,500 or the Turkish lira value of that adjusted to dollars.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is the average. What does this mean? In Bomonti, since you have this urban regeneration, and whichever urban regeneration area you go to, you see this stark difference, okay? You have normal 3, 4, 5-story home built 20, 30, 40 years ago, lacking a lot of facilities and etc. No sign of a design, no nothing. That, a unit from that, 100 square meter unit from that building is compared to this tower, luxurious tower, glass exteriors with pool, gym, sauna, hotel service, concierge service, smart home system, whatever.
As I call them, all singing, all dancing.
Yeah, all singing, all dancing. They take them together and they get an average.
So they put everything into a basket, and then they take the average. So basically, this average is made up of properties that fall well below the average and in terms of price per square meter, and properties that in fact rise well above the average. So that is an average of the full basket.
So in urban regeneration areas, you cannot get an average price per square meter. That doesn't work in Istanbul.
No.
I have
to be honest, nowhere in Istanbul it works.
Nowhere,
This is in fact one of the most difficult subjects to the messages to get across to potential clients who are not familiar with the Istanbul market.
Exactly. Sometimes American clients are reaching out to me and we're talking, said, Alaattin, in this area, what's the price per square meter? Well, I mean, in that area, I can find you a home worth pennies.
And I can find you a home with $10,000 per square meter.
Next to it, it's an entire different ballgame. Yeah. Anyway, the prices, though, could be as high as between $5,000 to $9,000
per square
for these, per square meter for these towers and etc. I think we understand the concept here. So a 2-bedroom apartment in Bomonti, if it is something new, whether it's a low rise or a high rise or something, you're looking at between $250,000 to $500,000. This is the range of a 2-bedroom apartment in Bomonti.
All right, look, Bomonti stock. There are 3 types of stock in Bomonti.
Yeah.
3 types. At the lowest end, you still have the slums, the undesirables that still have to be regenerated, and they will be regenerated because entire Bomonti will be regenerated. Correct. Already, up to 70-80% of Bomonti has been regenerated. So regeneration has been pretty fast and successful, but there's still that last 20% remaining. Yeah. So we still have that stock. Then you have the smaller, the more boutique regenerations. Mm-hmm. Some are ongoing still. Most of them completed. Life has started. Now these tend to be anything from 20 units to 100 units, lower rise, because the footprint of the area isn't big enough to allow high rise, so they have to be low rise. Now, these types of development, they don't necessarily have all these amazing facilities like concierge and wellness and fitness, and you name it, they have it. But most of them do have underground car parking, which in Istanbul, in central Istanbul, is by far the most important facility
Forget about
you
the
need.
Gym, sauna,
everything
Turkish
else is
whatever.
Good to have, but the car parking really adds a premium. And then you've got the third type, which is, well, I can only name in Bomonti 4 of them. We have currently 4 of them. 4 high-rise, superbly luxurious developments, like the Queen, like the Rotana, like the Divan, whatever. Now, obviously, the high-rise and high-end luxury commands the highest price tag. Then you've got the more boutique, quality, yet more standard type dwellings. Then you have the undesirables. So if you look at the prices, a 2-bedroom apartment, you can pick a 2-bedroom apartment in the undesirables segment for $70,000, $80,000. I'm not kidding, Alaattin. In the smaller, the boutique developments, you can still today pick a 2-bedroom apartment in the range of $150,000. Now, in the high rises, the luxury ones, a 2-bedroom apartment nowadays would set you back anything from $450,000 up to $600,000. Yeah. So, as you can see, the scala is pretty wide in Bomonti, which should bring you to your next question as to where would you invest.
All right, Cameron, I'm actually going to show you 2 different properties. First one is a 2-bedroom apartment, $124,000 is the asking price. It is located in Bomonti, and you can see from this picture that it is right next to these high towers. This is not a high rise. It is actually a low rise project.
It's one of those boutique developments that I talked about. It's the second category, basically. Yeah. The smaller, the more boutique developments, where you can get quality at a very, very affordable price, which is what I call affordable luxury. Yeah. Because it is luxury.
Of course.
You know what? It is luxury.
Would you buy this one?
I would, as investment.
For investment.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I bought a few of them anyway.
Okay. How about this one?
Well,
this one is again 2-bedroom,
What's the price?
555.
$555,000 for a two-bedroom.
Two-bedroom.
Okay, whereas the other one was $125,000.
Correct.
You see the difference?
There is
Okay, this is basically, as far as Bomonti is concerned, this is the high end. This is a high-rise,
possibly a bit
fully
of
facilitated development with some sort of a hotel brand as a management team on board. So this is the luxury end of Bomonti, and you can see the price difference.
Of course.
The other boutique project, I would say to you, is about 200 meters from this one.
Okay. Let's move on to... All right, before going into the final category, let's take a look at the future projection. Future projection, monthly average increase in Bomonti is between 3 to 4%, 2 to 4%. And the return on investment period is calculated is between 18 to 20 years.
Okay.
When you look at Istanbul average,
Okay.
it is average. And the increase is still average. But when we look at the chart, we see a sharp rise in the past 5-6 years, which really and truly begs the question of, is the trend, the going up, the prices going up trend, coming to an end in Bomonti? Are there still opportunities in Bomonti? Can an investor come to Bomonti as of 2021, buy one or multiple properties and expect to have good gains, say in 2025 or 2026?
All right.
Good question.
Good question. Look, let's put it this way. Do you know that luxury apartment, the 2-bedroom luxury apartment, which you just showed up there? Price was about $550,000. Okay. Istanbul is a major world metropole, right?
Correct.
Let's face it.
Yeah.
It's a melting pot. It's certainly one of the hubs of the world. So when you take that into context, let's compare Istanbul to London, okay? Which is definitely a major hub, okay? Pick this apartment, this project development from Bomonti, and put it in central London in a comparable district of central London. Do you know what the price of that 2-bedroom apartment would be?
$1 million?
1.5 million British pounds. That luxury.
So $2 million.
$2 million.
4 times.
4 times. So even the high-end segment of Bomonti, and let's face it, $550,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment in Turkey is a lot of money.
It is.
As far when you look at the average earnings of the 85 million Turks, it's a lot of money. But when you compare the two cities, both which are prominent metropoles, you can see that even the high end of Bomonti still has a long way to go. And I'm not saying it's going to catch up with London, but even if it doesn't catch up with London, it's 4 times the price. Now, but if you ask me this, Cameron, you are focused purely on price growth, capital appreciation, and ongoing income, rental income. You're not bothered about whether it has a gym, whether it looks nice. All you care about is
whether it's facing
what
the
am I
road or
earning?
facing
Exactly.
a wall,
What am I
doesn't matter.
earning out of this? This is an investment strategy.
Pure investment.
Time 0 today, time 5 when I sell in 5 years' time.
Yeah.
Is it the high rise or is it the boutique, the $125,000 one, that's going to come back to me twofolds? I would have to say it's the $125,000
Of course,
one.
no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. So if you're focused purely on investment, in Bomonti, we still have some really, really nice options to go for. However, every passing day, we're running out of them.
Yeah.
Because urban regeneration, as I said 10 minutes ago, urban regeneration of Bomonti is almost completed.
Yeah.
There are very, very few little possibilities to regenerate. So if you wish to invest in central Istanbul, which is definitely, if you're looking at residential, even commercial, Central Istanbul is where you should be. Bomonti should definitely be right up there as one of the first places to look. However, if you're purely focused on return on investment, then I'd say go for affordable luxury. And good news is, in 2, maybe 3 months' time, there's going to be the very last of regenerations of the second category coming onto market. It's going to be around 100 units.
Yeah.
And what I'm told is that prices will start from 1 million Turkish lira.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not.
That's
affordable luxury city center. So guys, please follow this Bomonti project. As soon as we have solid details, I've seen the project. It's lovely.
Yeah.
It ticks all the boxes.
Where is it? Is it the land plot close?
It's
to
the land plot right kind of next to Queen Bomonti.
Okay.
So it's heart of
it's right
Bomonti.
between the towers.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the heart of Bomonti. It's a low rise again, 4 or 5 floors, 100 units. So it has a good scale. Underground car park. It will have some facilities that other boutique projects don't. So it has the best of both worlds. Yet starting prices, I'm told, are going to be around 1 million Turkish lira for a 1 bed.
Yeah.
Now, for Bomonti, that's a steal. And I bet you, within 12 months, what you buy for 1 million will be 1.5 million.
Exactly.
I bet you.
I believe in that.
So, if you're an investor, and if you're about to be investing in 2, 3, 4 months' time, this has to be one of the top things to look at.
That's correct. In about 2-3 months' time, you're saying?
Yeah.
That's
I
gonna
don't.
be
Yeah, I mean,
open
we
for
can't really launch it to market as yet because
Yeah.
the construction hasn't started.
Okay.
I've seen the details already, and the prices are more or less finalized. So what I've just said is what
A million
hopefully
Turkish lira,
close to what it's going to be.
And I think the first 5-10 units are going to be like 1 million Turkish lira or something. The rest
I'd
is
say
gonna
the first 10-15%.
Okay.
So the first kind of 100 units.
Because 1 million lira.
Sorry, what am I saying? The first 10 units or so.
1 million lira for that specific location that you're talking about is actually a steal. If it
That's
can
what
happen.
I'm saying. It's a steal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see the final price. Anyway, the last section.
Yeah.
The last section. Very quickly. Who is Bomonti for?
My opinion, Bomonti is definitely not for a large family with many young children. So that kind of is that. Bomonti is for young or young at heart, trendy, urban people
Who want to live in Istanbul.
who wish to live in Istanbul.
For investors.
And for investors, Bomonti is for any investor who knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
There's no other way of putting it.
Cool. Okay. I think this sums it up. Guys, if you like this content, this new thing that we're doing, please leave a comment and also give the video a like. We will have more episodes as such. I think the next episode would be, I don't know which one it would be, but I'm hoping it will be Nişantaşı or Kağıthane. We'll see. Anyway, thank you very much. Any questions with this WhatsApp number, you can reach us. If you have inquiries, if you want to buy property in Bomonti with this WhatsApp number, you can reach us. Thank you very much and see you in the next one.